Hello, everyone. I wanted to go over week 9, part 1 and 2 of the assignment for this week. Basically looking at the citation, the MLA citation that you'll be creating for a newspaper article in the database ProQuest. And prior to this question 9 in part 1 here, you're going to be doing some kind of searching through ProQuest and looking for information, but I just wanted to start here with the citation. So the assignment says that you're going to be looking still at the ProQuest Newspapers database. You're going to search for an article using advanced search related to your week 1 topic, and you want to limit your results to articles with a publication date from the last 5 years. Because you will have been doing some searching throughout the database, you might need to clear all the information from the previous search. You could search by subject heading, which is what you'll be doing in the previous questions, or you can select anywhere, and I'll show you what I mean when we go into the database. And then as you've done with the last couple of weeks, you're going to find the information for your article and you're going to give it here in this box. So let's go ahead and take a look at the database here at Research Resources. And we want to go here to ProQuest Newspapers. If you're at home at this point, it will ask for your student ID number. A little simpler interface simply because you don't have to choose whether you're going to be looking at a journal article or a magazine article, because this is only newspapers. So it makes it a little bit easier. You're here right now in advanced search. That's the landing page that you go to. I'm going to continue looking for recycling. I like how it gives me options. And then I'm going to and together with recycling, I want to put in pollution and see about these two ideas about what type of pollution happens because of recycling or because there isn't any recycling. This is where I was talking about you can search for anywhere, or you can go to a subject heading. One of the searches you'll be doing prior to this question in the assignment is doing a subject heading. So anywhere or a subject, I'm going to leave it at anywhere. The default is for full text, so make sure that is automatically checked, and I'll go ahead and hit search. So the first thing I want to do is I want to limit by date, and over here is the little tool that's used. You can first limit by the decade, which is what I will do, and because I know there's been a lot of talk about recycling, and since China doesn't take our recycled materials anymore, and that just happened in the last year or so, I'm going to narrow it to just 2019. You can see how I've done that here. So by scrolling through, I can already see there's some really interesting newspaper articles that might be of use to me if I were going to be writing on this topic. So here's one that looked of particular interest. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. This is from the New York Times. As costs surge, cities' recycling becomes refuse, meaning it becomes trash because they can't recycle these materials anymore. So this looks like to me would be a really interesting article if I were going to be writing on this topic. So I'm going to use it now and create a citation. I'm going to show you a way that was make it a little bit easier for those of you that are struggling taking the elements in part 1 of the assignment and turning them into an actual citation in part 2. So let me show you what works for me. I've got two windows open right now, or two browsers open right now. One of them has my article, and I'm going to minimize that. And the other has the Canvas assignment open, and I'm going to just minimize that a little bit. So now I have both of my, I have both windows or browsers open at the same time, and I can go ahead and have refer to my database at the same time that I have the information that I want open and ready to go. So just like I showed you before with the last 2 weeks, I'm going to copy this because these are the elements that I need. So I don't have to worry about any other information. I just want to pull out these elements. And if I'm not quite sure what I need, I could also look at the where to go? There it is. The example that I have from the handout, then there are those same elements, just that I'm giving you, here's a horizontal view of it, this is a vertical view of it, same information. And I even have it where the periods belong, where the quotation marks belong, which words need to be italicized. So let's go back to narrowing that down a little bit, and I'm going to come here. I've copied that, and now I'm going to paste it in here, and here are the elements that I need. So let's go and see what we can find. So the first thing I want to do is find my author, and here it is, Michael Corkery. Now, because this is going to be kind of an easy way of doing it, I want to make sure that I list these elements the exact same way I'm going to need to list them in my citation. So I want to have last name first, Corkery, comma, Michael. And then I can see here it ends in a period. So I'll put a period. There we go. I've got the author. Article title. Okay, so I want to get ready to do my title. I see it begins with a quotation mark. So I can put it in, whoops, as costs surge, comma, cities, recycling becomes refuse. And then it looks like there's a little bit more information here. There we go. Oh, national desk. I want to add that. So, and it looks like it's a colon and this bracket, national desk, bracket, and it ends with a quotation mark. Actually, it first ends with a period and then a quotation mark. All right. Newspaper title is already set up to be italicized. It's the New York Times. And that then has a comma after it. Publication date, let's see, that's March 17th. So I'm going to put 17, March, abbreviated, 2019, and I see that there's a comma after the publication date. Edition, it's a late edition East Coast. And if I go up here, it gives me an example of how I want to do late edition East Coast. Let me make this a little bit wider so you can see it. Late edition East Coast. Actually, it's late East Coast edition, period, comma. Late East Coast edition, abbreviated, so it's a period, comma. All right. We have our page numbers is A1, so I'm going to put page A1, and then that ends in a period. Database name, we know that, ProQuest National Newspapers, and that has a comma after it, I can see. And now I want to put the URL. This particular database does not have a permalink or a DOI or any of those things. So here you will grab the address up at the top, copy it, and we'll paste it in. And let's get rid of the HTTPS. And we want it to end in a period. There, those are all the elements that we need for our citation. Halfway there. So that's for assignment number 1, or part 1 of the assignment. Let's go ahead now and open up, whoops, I thought I had a Word document ready to go. And let's go ahead and put in all of our elements. Now let me show you this, because you're going to really like this a lot. Because I have already formatted exactly how I need to put it into my citation, I can go copy and paste. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Now I got to get rid of those italics. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Almost done. Copy our page number, paste, put in our new database name, and I paste. Now I gotta get rid of that italicized, and we want to put in our URL. Almost there. Paste. All right, let's take a look and see. Are we done? Not quite, but pretty close. Let's go ahead and select it. I'm going to come and make sure that we're using Times New Roman. I'm going to make sure I've got it at 12. Then I'm going to come here to this little arrow under the paragraph settings. For my indentation, I want it to be hanging. For my spacing, I want it to be double. I hit OK. And there you go. Perfect MLA citation for a newspaper article in the ProQuest National Newspaper Database. ProQuest National Newspapers database. I'll save that and then upload it to part 2. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Just email me or come by my office. Sometimes up at the reference desk, you can come talk with me there. But please, please, please ask for my help. That's what I'm here for. Talk to you later.